The thing about guilt is people think it rots. It doesn't. Not properly. It waits. That's worse. You can bury a body under Birmingham mud. You can drown a memory in whiskey, war, powder, women, God knows what else. But guilt sits in the corner of the room with its coat on, patient. And one day, usually when a man starts getting old enough to hear his own thoughts again, he decides he wants peace. Funny word, peace. People do terrible things in pursuit of it. They cheat, lie, betray, ruin lives. And 20 years later they walk back into somebody else's kitchen wanting forgiveness, dressed up as honesty. I just thought you deserved to know. No, that's not what it is. What they mean is, I don't want to carry this alone anymore. Different thing entirely. See, there's a kind of confession that isn't noble. It's just relocation. Like moving crates from one side of the warehouse to another and calling it progress. A man spends years suffocating under what he's done, and one evening he decides to breathe by putting the weight onto somebody else's chest. And everyone applauds him for bravery. Look at him, so honest. Honest. As though honesty itself is holy. It isn't. A knife can be honest. War's honest. Doesn't make either of them kind. That's what priests never understood. And politicians. And men. Especially men. We mistake relief for redemption. There's a difference. A massive one. Because once you tell somebody the truth, that's it. Done. You alter the architecture of their mind forever. They wake up differently after that. Eat differently. Sleep differently. Love differently. Sometimes they can never sit in the same room again without hearing your words echoing underneath every silence. And the cruelest part is that the person confessing usually walks away lighter. That's the transaction nobody talks about. One person empties themselves. The other inherits the poison. Like passing a cursed coin into another hand and calling it virtue. Now, don't mistake me. I'm not talking about lies. Some truths have to be spoken, because the lie itself becomes another form of violence. But there are truths spoken for vanity, for absolution, for performance. People love performing their suffering. Makes them feel important. War taught me that. Everybody wants their pain witnessed. Very few want responsibility. Real responsibility is understanding that guilt might belong to you. Only you. And maybe the price of becoming decent is carrying it without demanding applause for the effort. Maybe love, real love, is asking, will this heal them, before asking, will this free me? But human beings are selfish creatures. We'd rather hand someone a wound than die quietly holding it. And maybe that's why silence exists. Not cowardice. Mercy. Because sometimes the most loving thing a person can do is choose to live haunted alone. Problem is, you never really know which kind of silence you're keeping. The merciful kind, or the coward's.